Earlier we used to think that forest is the only there, no trees should be there, so carbon dioxide, oxygen and things like that. No, the forest. It will be growth, but it will grow disaster or leading to disaster. In the light of things, if you see the importance of the environment and biodiversity, it becomes much more important. Today the debate is how to make development sustainable. How can we live happily on this earth? And when we say unity in diversity, we don't only mean unity among human culture. Unity in our biodiversity also. And when we speak of heritage, we speak of, the Charminar or the Taj Mahal or Salajjal Museum or the art pieces or art galleries. But there is another heritage that we have to protect and conserve. That is the natural heritage. Because that affects our lives, our daily lives, lives of our children, of our grandchildren, of generations to come. And biodiversity is part of the environment. To live with others, to share. We are here to share the earth, not to own the earth. And since we are the only animal species that can be educated, most of the animal species others can be trained. We can be trained and educated. So the responsibility lies on us to protect the tiger. So when you go back from here, I am sure you will go back with some. Madhya Pradesh has great leaders, future rulers, princes would always go to Rishi Ashram and stay there to be mentored, to learn. So the forests were our living classrooms. In our civilization or in our cultural history, you find that the forests have played a role. We think that the banyan tree is very sacred. Because you want to look at the banyan tree. The branches grow and the branches also have roots. Every branch is almost an independent tree, but it clusters together. It survives together, despite of being a tree. And there is no such thing as, center of the banyan tree. The banyan tree is polycentric. It's polycentric. So our development needs to be polycentric. We cannot define development only looking at our passbooks or bank account books. Because if we do that,
affection and concern towards the nature, may I request all of you to put your hands together to invite Honorable Governor Jishnu Dev.
At the last session of the conference,
we live in a biodiverse world, or shall we perish? If you don't care about the environment, the people who are affected most are farmers, people living in the margins. They are the ones who are affected most. And slowly, neither we will be left out.
Akash Goshen Dunali కూడా త్రిపుర వారి Blessy Serena Girls, Kerala. Then we have, thanks to Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Grace.
In giving that experiential teaching as I was talking about, Giving that experience to people who will be future rulers, who will be future, what to say, leaders, future opinion makers, future influencers. They would go to the Muni Ashram and stay there for a few years and learn from the University of the Forest. That was the importance of biodiversity in our cultures. That progress took place when we were in school actually. We used to have this debating club and I was quite good at debating. So there will always be a debate whether you want development or you want environment.
Going forward.
And environment must go hand in hand if that development is to be sustained. Because we learn many lessons like global warming, the flash floods, droughts. We have learned lessons that development cannot be at the cost of environment. It has to be environment friendly. It has to be biodiversity friendly. I come from a part of a country which is very, very biodiverse. The northeastern region that consists of writings about the princes or the rulers or the leaders going to the ashram, and the Muni Rishit ashram was always located in jungles or forests. That was because the future leaders, the future rulers could learn so much from the past. How to live in harmony. Because in the forest, the microorganisms, the organisms, the animals, the human being, the foods, the trees, the shrubs, the mosses, and you name it, it is there in the jungle. And everyone lives in perfect harmony.
Ananya Singh, Kushi Shankar Singh, Chitra Gautam, Himanshu Kaushik, Madhumita, these are from Andaman Nicobar, Chandigarh, Dadra Haveli, Delhi, Ladakh, Lakshadweep, Puducherry, Union Territories. There is no territory for biodiversity.
So I used to keep telling, I was a minister there for my state in Tripura, for the environment and for biotechnology, and I used to keep telling that we must use the biodiversity for tourism, that's another thing, but we cannot exploit it. Exploitation of human, of nature, of biodiversity is not the civilized way. Many people quote that, youngsters quote that, in this rat race for development and rat race for career, we do quote that Darwin saying, survival of the fittest. But that is for the law of the jungle. For us, if we are to call ourselves, civilized society,